Welcome back. We're here at the Digital Dealer 27 Conference and Expo. We're here with Cori from Finley Automotive.
Hello.
And we are asking Cori today, what do you feel are some of the challenges that dealers are faced with in 2019?
I definitely think that finding qualified technicians is a big one. Technicians are hard to come by, and that's something that we struggle with at our facility. So
absolutely, it's interesting that fewer people are going into that line of work. There's fewer people going into skilled labor, and it's a new game trying to get people to invest their time into developing the skills necessary to become a master tech, and it's hard to find. And I think those who are qualified kind of sense that a little bit and
yes, they
are becoming a little...
They sure do. So you got to kind of grow them yourself and make them their own. So
Interesting. Any other observations you have, dealerships in general or on the sales side? I know that you're predominantly over fixed operations. Do you see anything that dealerships are struggling with in staying relevant in the modern day?
I can't speak for like a lot of dealerships. I know that for us, we try to the customer experience is something that we focus on, and being mindful of their time and making sure that they're coming to a place that they're comfortable and they feel good at, and they feel like they're part of our family. So I think that some dealers still struggle with that. I think it's a cultural issue, and it's not something that we struggle with at our stores, but I've been in other stores where you walk in and it's doesn't feel like home, and so I think that's important to the consumer today. So
yeah, it's very interesting that's kind of the roots of the automotive industry, was that very customer oriented process, and then we went into the higher volume. A lot of the mom and pop shops have kind of gone by the wayside. We have a lot of these larger dealer groups, which is wonderful. However, we've also kind of gotten into that convenience, the convenience aspect of the customer. They want results, but sometimes you lose that personal touch. So I think that it's kind of now swinging back in the other direction, where customers are saying, I don't want to just be a number. I want to feel
I want to feel something. I just want to be a transaction. So,
absolutely. Along that note, then, what do you think is probably most important to today's customer?
I would say probably their experience. Yeah, I know that our stores, the area that we live in, people care about how they're treated. They care about how they feel when they come into our store. They care about, it's kind of like making a memory for them, and so I would say that that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's finding that balance, right? Because they do want that experience and that personal aspect, but convenience is also still a huge factor, right? And especially in the service world, if I'm going to decide where I'm going to get my oil changed, it's no longer about the $20 oil change. It's usually more about the 20-minute oil change, but also the bigger factor is the experience as well. So finding that right balance, because in a digital age, people are used to results, whether it be on my phone or in person. We want just things to happen and have our time be used effectively, but in a way that's also memorable and meaningful to us. So finding that balance, that's interesting.
I agree.
Have you guys made any changes, or what changes have you guys made in your group or in your store that has had the best success?
Well, there have been quite a few, I would say, that have made a positive impact on our on our employees and on our customers. We've got an Advantage program. People can earn points towards car purchases and service. They get other perks and stuff like that. We're embedded heavily into the community and the area that we live in. So I think that's probably made a positive impact again on our employees and on the community and our customers. So
great. So it sounds like some of the changes you have made have been centered around showing people why they should do business with you, not just with your brand, but also with you specifically as a group, what you do, what sets you apart, and why you're different. That's awesome. So last question, what's the area in your dealership that you see the greatest untapped potential?
I think that we have a lot of different types of people that live in our area, and targeting those markets and getting those people into our store to share in the same experience that all of our other customers do. It's probably a place that we haven't completely honed in on yet, so I would say that that's probably an area of potential for us.
Definitely know who your audience is, and a lot of different communities, whether it be through ethnicity or just different, there's different types of communities that even different types of advertising are more or less effective with nowadays. Traditional advertising is actually still fairly effective in some communities, whereas on a large scale it's not, but there's exceptions to that rule, so it's interesting to or I guess it's important to take the time to know that difference.
Right.
Awesome. Cori, thank you so much for your time.
You're
It was a
welcome.
pleasure speaking with you.
Nice meeting you. Thanks.